Hey, what's up, guys? You know, I'd love to take you through this whole process of just how complicated a construction job this is, but I don't know how to edit videos, and I ain't got time to figure out how to, so we're just gonna have to use our imaginations. I stacked 3 pallets next to each other, and then I put screws in them to make them stand next to each other. It ain't complicated at all. But hey, I wanted to show you guys how you can start composting and how to not just be a brainiac about it, because it's really not that complicated. Take it from me, I'm a scientist. We can make it as complicated as we want, but this video right here is for the simplicity. It's a simple 2-to-1 ratio that I've got going on. Meaning, see these 3 buckets? This is for a visual. I want 2 buckets of carbon, meaning dead leaf material or dead grass, whatever I choose. Cardboard. This whole project started because I had some biofeed spill on some cardboard, and I wanted to use the situation. I'm gonna videotape this real quick because I've got a storm coming in. But I want 2 parts per carbon, and then I want 1 part per nitrogen. Now the nitrogen is this green bucket right here. Now that's your green fresh cut grasses, plants, stuff out of your garden, your food waste, all this different stuff. The reason why you want a 1-to-2 ratio of nitrogen to carbon is because you're gonna need twice as much carbon as you are nitrogen to keep that pile doing nicely. You're gonna want it in a hot zone. We're gonna get into that in a different video. But for now, I wanna show you how easy it is to start one of these things. That right there is a bucket of carbon. It'll come out. I'm trying to hold this camera while I do it. Let's try some of this action. All right. So we've got that set up. Spread it around a little bit. Now this is some of our greens. Spread this out a little bit. Some plants that were dying off, didn't have a home anymore, so I'm reusing them. Now another part of carbon. Sweet, that's not complicated. A great form of nitrogen is actually using coffee grounds. I'm gonna start getting my coffee grounds from the bunkhouse over in Jensen Beach. Just got off the phone with the owner so I can start using their coffee grounds too. So when you guys are doing this, if it's taking too long and nothing is happening after like a year, you know, it's not got enough nitrogen, and you need to start adding more food waste. You need to start adding more grass clippings. It's also good to water this because that water leaches everything down and makes it to where the biological activity is doing its job. So imagine if it gets too stinky though, and like a lot of people don't like composting because it's stinky. Well, that's because they're putting in all nitrogen and none of the carbon. You know, that's why I want 2 parts per carbon per nitrogen, is because that's gonna eliminate that smell, and it's gonna break it down where it's not gonna go anaerobic, meaning there's a lack of oxygen because there's so much biological activity going on. Next video, I'll use a temperature gauge when I get this bad boy filled up. Remember, I don't know how to edit videos, so just imagine this getting fuller and fuller. But the next video, I'll talk about how to take temperatures and what your ideal temperature in this thing is gonna be as far as getting hot, you know, where you're wanting it at 140 degrees. That way it just doesn't turn into a red anthill or just a waste of space. You want this to be productive. Thanks, guys.